Extension agents have been a really great partners to us ever since RiverXchange began, and before that they helped us out with the children's water festivals that we put on for many years, and they are just tireless when it comes to working with kids, and they really know how to engage the kids, and they just do a great job. So this year RiverXchange expanded into Santa Fe, and we were focusing on the county schools outside of the city limits, and we got the chance to include Pojoaque, and we were looking for a field trip to take these Pojoaque students to the river and, let them really experience, how the river influences our lives. So Steve Lucero came up with this idea of taking the kids to the Alcalde Science Center. So the small farm task force got into that idea, and they just put together this wonderful field trip to the Alcalde research station, which is more than we ever expected. They just reached out and did this great thing for us, and there were 150 kids. They got to go and see the research facility, get to see a real farm working, and how the water plays into all of that, because water irrigation is one of the biggest uses of the Rio Grande, and they're learning that through RiverXchange. The cooperative extension agents visited the classroom before the field trip, and they taught the kids about different methods of irrigation, and then when they went on the field trip they got to see those methods in action.
So that's the second way we get oxygen into the water. One is from the plants that's being released. Two is water, as it goes over rocks and falls and stuff like that, it traps the oxygen from the air inside the water. And so we have two sources of oxygen. When we have all these suspended things here in the water, the total dissolved solids, it displaces the oxygen. It makes so there's less oxygen available in the water.
It looks white. It looks white. What's happening? It's below 7. So I think it's 6.5. I think it just She almost found the water. What we've got in the column that she poured the purple stuff in, it's sand. Sand is really coarse. You played in the arroyos, maybe you've been to the beach. That's sand. It's got really coarse particles. And what we've got in here, we didn't pour anything in, is something called a loam. And that has smaller particles. And they're going to filter contaminants differently. And we're going to show you what the result is. That's right. So the loam, which has smaller pore spaces, smaller particles, it filters out so much better than the sand.
Why is water important? Anyone tell me why water is important? Helps us to stay healthy, yes? Okay, animals need water. Helps trees grow. Rio Grande.
For a smaller body of water, there's individual diversions also that you could use to move water into individual farms or individual fields. And those smaller diversions are referred to as compuertas.
System. I told you about the big pipes on each side of the farm that take the water down through the entire farm, going through these pipes here, and so we don't water down there.
To keep the plants warm.
Yeah, so with the greenhouse we could actually plant all year long.
Put their sprinkler head on. The other person take a sprinkler head.
Hey, we only need.
Remember the other one? Over there, huh? All right.